She's cute, right? I'm going to put her in the comments, y'all. I am so obsessed with this outfit. It's got some padding in the boob area. It's very compression. And this is an extra large. So your girl is doing well. Normally I buy, thank you, Pastor Tamar. Normally I will buy 2X, but all this work that I'm doing is working out. All right, so we're live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. Y'all make sure you share the live out. Double tap the middle of the screen, hit the like button. Make sure you're following me. Hit that plus sign in the top left corner of your screen. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my fan club. Okay. And what we're going to do is get my Facebook community up. If you are new here, my name is LaShonda. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I go live every single day, walking on my walking pad, and occasionally you will see me lifting. I would be remiss to have on this cute pink outfit and not lift tonight. Okay? So we're going to do all the things tonight. Hold on. Let me pause this because I don't want any copyright strikes. I think the video yesterday had a copyright strike on it. So, oh, allow. And I don't know if it was because I was playing jazz music. And you know, when you're playing music, for instance, if I'm playing music on my Alexa device, I have to be careful because YouTube and Facebook will sometimes hit me with a copyright strike and they will demonetize the video. But TikTok is pretty good about that, having music playing in the background. It's usually not a thing. Plus, TikTok also has capacity to play music directly from the app, which I love. You can play jazz music, you can play, pop, anything like that. So I really do enjoy that. All right, so I'm just setting up my Facebook situation. Welcome to Jubilant July. We're in the second half of the month. Today is July 16th, and it is day 16th of my Jubilant July workout challenge. Been doing pretty good. I haven't worked out in quite a few days. So tonight is absolutely going to be one of those days where, I haven't lifted. I've worked out because I did my 30 minutes of walking, but I haven't lifted in quite a few days. So we're going to do that tonight. So come on in, double tap the middle of the screen, share the live out. If you could share it to at least 5 people, that would be wonderful. Get some of those people that you know that have been talking about getting their workout going. We are in the first month of the second half of the year, and this is the first day of the second half of this month. So we are halfway through this Jubilant July challenge. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? This is what happens when you stay consistent, you guys. You know, At minimum, we should be doing at least 30 minutes of walking. And that's what we do. Even if I don't get the lifting done, we are doing 30 minutes of walking. Okay, now what's going on here? Why is my camera? My camera is connected. What is the problem? I need a new laptop for one. And for two, I'm so amazed at how quickly laptops become old. Like I forgot that every 6 months you should probably be changing your laptop, but that's why they do recommend when you buy a new laptop, don't get the base version. Get like the best version that is available, like with all the RAM, with all the storage and all of that because if you don't, what happens then is your computer quickly becomes out of date. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with Facebook tonight. And I'm not going to let Facebook stop me from getting this workout done. What is going on, Facebook? Let's see. I'm going to tinker with this just for a little bit longer and then we're going to get started because I do not want to be on here until 11 o'clock tonight. And it's already 15 minutes after the hour. So if Facebook is not going to act right, what we will do is move along. Okay. So I accepted I don't even know why it does that. I don't see where it's letting me use my camera, but my camera is fine. Camera on, retry. Why aren't you able to find my camera? I don't get it. Camera off. Let me make sure there's not some other. Oh, I think I see. Hold on. Let me close this other browser. That's what's happening. I was in Microsoft Edge and I need to be in Google. Yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. Hold on. Ugh. I don't know why Edge. What I have to do. Okay, let me just close it. I'm not gonna try to copy and paste. I'm trying to get my Facebook Live, y'all. Bear with me. I apologize. Didn't realize I was using Microsoft Edge and it's not as easy to use as Chrome is. So that's why my camera was not working. Oh, child, this little hold on. I might have to figure out how to keep this because she wants to stay open. Girl, you gonna try to expose me? We can't have that. Okay, here we go, y'all. Come on. Ooh, and my knees popping. Hey, y'all. Okay, let me get my glasses. Let's see what y'all been saying. I see a few people. Y'all come on in. We're gonna get started here shortly. Hey Shanika. Hey cuz. Thank you. Wanted to start doing walk at home on YouTube. Ooh, that would be nice. Let me know when you start that. I'll join in because I'm gonna try to get as much time in as I possibly can. So Pastor Tamara, let me know. You know, we'll definitely be trying to big you up in every way that we can. All right, hold on a minute, y'all, because all of this have logged in using this device before. All right, you guys, I got a flash goal going on. So I need 3 people to send me the heart me. I've got it pinned. Shanika send me one, CA send one, Pastor T, y'all send one. And that'll help me hit my flash goal that TikTok has set up for me. If you don't know how to send a heart me, go to the gift box at the bottom of your screen and find the little heart with the face in it. That's a heart me. And it should just say heart me. Thank you, Shanika. Oh, you sent one already? Thank you, Pastor T. Okay, I see it. I need one more person. Is CA still on here? Thank you. Perfect. Okay. All right. So we logged in finally, y'all. I'm logged in on the right browser now. Okay, now let me set up the live real quick for Facebook because I did not go live yesterday on Facebook. I just went live on YouTube and TikTok. So please bear with me. What is this? Now, what is going on, y'all? Now I'm about to have the same issue. It won't find my camera. Waiting for camera. Why are you waiting on my camera? I don't get it. Okay, so that's it. Facebook is just not going to be joining us tonight. So let's get started. All right. Let me take the mirroring off because I'm going to show you guys a few things tonight. Y'all know I generally promote items. I am a TikTok shop affiliate. And that just means that I get a small commission whenever you guys purchase things from my TikTok live streams or my shoppable videos, which I appreciate very much because as of late, I have been really racking in the dollars and I am appreciative of all of you guys for purchasing. My phone is acting like it ain't never logged into my like I ain't never logged into my I don't know what happened. All of a sudden everything just loses its mind. Jesus. As if I ain't never logged into Facebook. I just was logged in 2 days ago. That's crazy. And then my Wi-Fi, which I have to be logged on to whenever I want to cast to my TV, because y'all know Auntie wears glasses now. Auntie got to wear readers now. I have contact lenses in my eyes, and I have to wear readers because I can't even see my phone. You know what I'm saying? Auntie, where's readers? So I have to cast TikTok to my TV in here so that I can see y'all's comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to be stopping every single. Oh, can you guys hear me? Could you guys hear what I was just saying? Okay. I don't know if you guys could hear what I was just saying. I had to connect to my Wi-Fi just now because in order for me to cast my device to in order for me to cast my device to my TV, I have to be on the same network as this TV. So everything is just kind of sorry about that. I saw you said no, y'all didn't hear me. So everything is just kind of like acting as if I'm just logging into these devices for the first time. So I had to re-enter my password. And I'm always on Wi-Fi. Okay, here we go. There we go. Got it. She's up. I don't know what the deal is with Facebook. I don't feel like messing with it right now. So Facebook just won't be live tonight. For those who generally would join from Facebook, they'll just have to be they'll just have to join on TikTok Live or YouTube Live. Okay, so I always like to give a little disclaimer at the beginning of my workout sessions. I know it is close to 9:30, you guys, but thank y'all so much for your patience. My name is LaShonda. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Why is that important? It's hot out there. Okay? It's hot. It's so hot, y'all. It's humid. I keep my inside temperature anywhere from 69 degrees to about 75, 76. And then when I start working out, I put it closer to 72 or 74 with the ceiling fans. Y'all know I sleep with a portable fan. Shout out to my husband who be freezing his walls off. Okay. But I'm saying all of that because I am newly 47. I just turned 47 years old on Saturday. Happy birthday to me and happy birthday to all of the cancers. It is our season. I am 47 and perimenopausal. Perimenopause can start anywhere from your mid 30s all the way into your 50s. Okay. And perimenopause, people know it about hot flashes and just being hot all the doggone time, but it's so much more. I am an advocate for endometriosis, adenomyosis, PCOS, and everything that I have learned over the past darn near 2 years of being diagnosed with endometriosis. So I go live every single day and I walk on my walking pad for 30 minutes. But I had to add a layer of exercise to my cardio workout. Walking is cardio exercise. It's great for your heart. Statistics show that people who walk at least 30 minutes every single day improve their cardiovascular health and their mental health. Need all of that, right? I have a family history of certain diseases that I do not want to attain now or in the future. Currently, I'm not, a person who has diabetes or pre-diabetes. I don't have high cholesterol or high blood pressure. I'm not, taking any medications for any of those things. However, I am overweight, and that can cause a set of things of its own. But part of my number at my weight that I am is contributed to the aforementioned diseases: endometriosis, adenomyosis, and PCOS. PCOS has been relabeled to PMOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome. Namely, people know this disease from growing hair, facial hair, and from having cysts in your ovaries. To now, it is relabeled to PMOS, which is polymetabolic ovarian syndrome because it is a metabolism issue, is a metabolic issue. It is a whole body disease. Yes, you can grow facial hair. Yes, you can have cysts in your ovaries, but that is not the marquee symptom. That is not symptomatic of every single person who is diagnosed with that disease. Why am I telling you all of my business? Because I don't give a D, and because I also want to share my story, because I am a married woman with one child, and probably had I not gotten pregnant at age 30, or actually I was age 29 when I got pregnant, but had her after I had turned 30. Had I not had my kid at 29, 30, I probably wouldn't have any kids, because endometrial, one of the symptoms or effects of having endometriosis is infertility. And then on top of having endometriosis, I have adenomyosis, which just means that endometrial like tissue uh, is impacting the walls of my uterus. So even, but, and that causes, so the endometrial tissue is impacting the walls of my uterus, which causes heavy bleeding, blood clots, abnormal bleeding, long periods. My quality of life has been tremendously on a decline for probably a decade. And I just thought that was just a part of life. I was telling my doctor, who was a man, all of my symptoms that I was having every time I would go. However, my doctor didn't connect the dots of all of the things that was happening to me, irritable bowel syndrome, always having to pee, always, with some UTIs, yeast infections, all sorts of things just related to my urogynecology organs, right? So a couple of years ago, my doctor decided that he was going to close his private practice and just become a hospitalist, which just means he's only going to, do work inside of a hospital. So he no longer had a practice. So that forced me to have to get a new doctor. And I was blessed because I found two women. My primary care doctor is a woman, a white lady, but a woman. And from the first visit that I had with talking with my doctor and telling her all of my symptoms, she started suggesting certain supplements, and she referred me to an OBGYN. That OBGYN is a black lady, and that black lady, I started telling her about things that I saw on TikTok, you guys. Honestly, I saw all of the people talking about PCOS on TikTok. I saw all of the people talking about endometriosis and adenomyosis. And I kind of figured that I may have endometriosis. And when people started talking about adenomyosis, I'm like, well, I got that too. And then people said PCOS. And I'm like, I think I got that too. So I told my OBGYN, the black lady, and she said, oh, you might not have all of that. But what we'll do is we'll send you to get an MRI. Had an MRI done, confirmed. No. She said, we'll do surgery based on everything that she looked at in my charts. I have decades long history in my chart of things that have happened to me, emergency room visits, procedures that I had had done with my primary care doctor and other specialists. And she said, yeah, you probably have endometriosis, but those other things, I don't know. We would have to see. We were going to do an exploratory surgery and see. She said, but probably we should probably take out your right ovary because I do see that there's a cyst in there. So I was like, okay, cool. She was like, do you want a hysterectomy? And I was like, no, I'm married. We're happy and active, and I don't want to jump head straight into menopause. So she said, we can give you some HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy, to combat some of that. So if you want to have a hysterectomy, you can. I'm like, no. I'm cool with that. Let's just take the ovary out that's got the cyst on it, and we'll be fine. So December of 2024, I had laparoscopy, and she couldn't even get to the ovary to take it out because I have what is known as frozen pelvis, which means that my ovaries, my uterus, my bladder, and some of my colon are all kind of stuck together. That's what frozen pelvis is. And when I tell y'all, she started naming some of the things that would happen when someone has frozen pelvis. Um, the fact that I years ago was told that I have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and I used to take a medication called Zelnorm, which I don't think they give that out anymore. But I used to take that because I had irritable bowels. Every single time that I would either have gas, I have to do number one, or number two, my stomach would like be in severe pain. And now I understand why, because if my colon is attached to my bladder, which is then attached to my uterus, anytime there's any sort of irritation, that is going to cause a whole lot of things. And I don't know if you guys know endometriosis. You can go and uh, Google, all of the symptoms that people with endometriosis end up having. But during that laparoscopy, she took pictures. I still have the pictures, and she confirmed that I have endometriosis. It is all over my insides, you guys. And little known fact, endometriosis, they have found endometrial like tissue in ladies' brains. That's how extensive endometriosis can get. It can get in your chest, it can get in your diaphragm, it can get like mine, which is all over the colon and bladder, but it can be found in brain tissue as well. So it spreads. Endometriosis acts like cancer. You know how cancer, when it metastasizes, that's what endometriosis acts like. So that was December 2024. Then a couple of months later, I ended up having an MRI because she couldn't take the ovary out because I have the frozen pelvis, and I didn't agree to her taking the uterus out. She had to close me up after taking the pictures. Had an MRI. It confirmed not only do I have endometriosis, I have adenomyosis. So all of that tissue is impacting my walls. I have come to learn that women who have a C-section generally will get adenomyosis as well. So if you've ever had a C-section and you're starting to have really bad periods, clotting, pain, severe pain, abnormal periods, all that sort of thing, it's probably adenomyosis. So after I had the MRI, that was all confirmed. And I also got confirmed with PCOS as well. So it's been a time high, guys. And then last October, I had another procedure, which is called a UAE. It's a uterine artery embolization. So they basically shut down the blood supply to my uterus because my uterus was so inflamed and swollen and enlarged, that it was causing, because I got all these things going on, that it was causing so many problems. And when I tell y'all, it was the best decision I could have ever made, because outside of the surgery and then the very next day having to go to the emergency room because the pain medication that they gave me at the hospital wasn't working, but the lady at the emergency room ended up giving me, I think, morphine, and I was able to sleep. And then as the procedure took its course, I have my quality of life has improved dramatically, you guys. I've got to have another MRI soon so that they can check that the surgery that I had done, that UAE, is in proper working order. I'm probably going to always have to keep getting MRIs just to make sure that nothing has changed, that nothing has grown. And I'm going to stay on top of that. But saying all of that to say, I know, long story short, or long story even longer, Dr. Stacey Sims was on the Mel Robbins podcast and the Diary of a CEO podcast. And she says that women in perimenopause should actually lift weights, and not just 5 or 10 pounds. We should actually be lifting heavy weights. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to grab my 20-pound weight that belongs to my husband, actually. And what we're going to do is a few exercises that I saw. There's a gentleman on TikTok. His username is BMP. B is in Bravo, M is in Mary, P is in Papa. I'm going to put these socks on. So we are going to do a couple of lifting exercises, but not before I show you guys my cute little outfit. And I'm gonna put on all of my waist trimmers, you guys. Thank you so much, CA. You got me over 6,400 likes. I'm gonna try to clip that little bit of me telling my story for you guys and post that on my general page. But hold on. What is going on, TikTok? Okay, I don't know what's going on with TikTok shop. Oh well, I guess I can't I was gonna show you guys, but something's going on right now to where I can't add anything. That's all right. I will go ahead and clip out this piece of the video and then tag the outfit, but it's from a company called Swada Call or something like that. And so it's like it's a two-piece. It's basic, it's got some cushion in the bra, it's zip up in the front, it's compression. So all of that is compression. I really do like that. And this is an extra large. And they have it in different colors. I've got it in black. I've got like a blue leopard, and then I'm waiting for the brown leopard to show up as well. So I will post that at a later date, I guess, because I don't know why I'm not able to add products right now. Hopefully my live isn't restricted for some reason, because that does happen, y'all. They will, if I do something wrong or say something wrong while I've got videos or while I've got products posted, then they get mad. Okay, so let's add my things. I'm going to add the thigh trimmers first because I'm not pulling my pants down on camera to show you guys how you add the workout enhancer gel. I'm just going to put the thigh trimmers on as is. It's already compressed because I have these leggings that have compression software in them. And then these are very tall girl friendly as well. So if you're one of those people that, you're a pretty tall girl and you always have problem with leggings because they end up looking like capris or pedal pushers on you, then no worries. When I post this, you'll be able to get it. It's already in my showcase. So if you guys know how to go to the showcase, you just click on my profile right there, up there, and then go to showcase. And this outfit should be in there. It's a two-piece, so it's not together. You'll have to actually buy it separate. Okay, so that's the thigh trimmers. This is from Sweet Sweat. And then let me get the workout enhancer gel so that I can put it on my arms. Now, at some point, you guys, I'm going to get to where these thighs don't rub together and I'll have that beloved thigh gap. But okay, so this is the unscented workout enhancer gel that I'm going to put on my arms. And then I'm going to put my arm trimmers on. And then I'm going to do a few things. So let's put that on. Remember, this is a topical. It's not to be rubbed in. You just put it on your skin and then you put the trimmers on. It does give a little bit of a warming sensation. It does not burn. So you don't have that to worry about. I really wish that I could add these so you guys could grab them, but they are in my showcase. So I don't know if there's something going on with TikTok right now or whether there's something going on with my page in particular. So, okay. So this is how you put them on. Over 7,000 likes. Yes, ladies. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Let's put the other one on. All right. So these are going to help with those auntie arms. I was looking at some pictures from my birthday dinner, and I was like, yeah, they're working. It's working, but I need them to go a little bit faster. Okay. And then I'm going to finally put on my waist trimmer. Now, okay. I'm just going to roll it down just a little bit and put the workout enhancer gel on. I don't want to be gross, you guys, or inappropriate. I'm so upset that I can't show you guys the outfit right now so you can purchase it and get you all the colors. I didn't even show any products yesterday, so I don't know why I'm not able to see it today. Okay. And remember, whenever I put the waist trimmer on, I always pull my clothes up in between my skin and the waist trimmer. Because I like to show you guys at the end of the video, like how much sweat I have. And I don't know, with this light pink outfit, it might be a little, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so I got all the things on. Okay, now here's what I'm gonna do, because I haven't done it in a while. I am going to get that little resistance band that I used the other day. If y'all will remember, let me get my yoga mat as well. Okay. I had a company reach out wanting me to promote they have a $60 yoga mat that they wanted me to promote. Can y'all believe that? When you can go right there to Ross or TJ Maxx and find you a yoga mat for like under $20? Are they insane? Does equipment really cost that much, you guys? $60 for a yoga mat? That's insane. All right, this is a resistance band, but it has the foot pedals, and this is going to help me with that apron belly. Remember, I was telling you guys that I had a C-section with my daughter, and due to that C-section, I have adenomyosis, which is an elevated version of endometriosis. Elevated by the fact that the endometrial tissue is actually impeding the walls of my uterus, and it causes so many issues, you guys. When I tell y'all, I have been suffering in silence for a very long time. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. And did you have a C-section, CA? And the lady who I saw on TikTok, she said it's the easiest it's one of the easiest bellies to get rid of, because what we need to do is push it in and up. So in order to do that and not strain your back, you can do these exercises that I'm getting ready to do. She said you can do like 25. So we're going to do 25. And you guys, if you have been watching me for a very long time, for at least another week or so, then you'll probably, oh, you had 2 C-sections, CA? Oh my God, listen. I did not have a bad birthing experience, honestly. It was just a little concerning because my daughter's heart rate dropped. So that's why we ended up having to have the C-section. I was in labor all day. And then 8 o'clock at night, they were, well, a little bit before 8, they were like, okay, we're just going to have to do the C-section. So I had already gotten my epidural and they just rolled me on into the operating room and we got her out of there. And my daughter was born on a Monday at like 8:02 or something, and she was 8 pounds. So probably had I had to push her out, that would have been a time. But yeah, I only had one. But if you had two, then yeah. And what happens is the lady talks about how your belly is when you lay on your back, it just goes back in. If you lay on your stomach or if you tilt down, it just kind of like hangs, right? So it's like having loose skin, it's just there. Now my C-section scar is fine. Like if I did not have the extra fat on above the C-section scar, I would be snatched still. Okay, so we're going to do 25 of these leg lifts because I don't want to be ass up in front of you guys. I'm just going to do it the opposite way, but you guys will still be able to see what I'm doing, okay? I just want to be appropriate. Okay. All right, so I am putting the foot pedals on my feet. And then, remember I told you guys I'm someone who suffers from vertigo. So when I get down on the ground, I have to slowly lower myself and like give myself time to adjust to being laying flat because I don't generally lay flat. Okay? I have like 6 pillows that I sleep on. All right. Okay. So here's what the exercise looks like. God bless us people who have C-section because, it's a time. All right. So this is what we have to do. CH, this is what she said. Okay. So you pull the resistance band all the way up and then you stretch out your legs and you do basically leg lifts and you got to do it almost like a 90-degree angle. 1, 2, and you're trying to do it controlled. 3, and you don't touch the ground, you just bring it almost to the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I got to rest my neck. I'm doing too much with my neck. All right. 8, breathe. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, whew, 15. I feel that in my core. 10 more. 16, 17, whew, 18, 19, whew, 20, 5 more, whew, 1, 22, whew, 23, 24, 25. Woo! That's it. That is a really good core stretch. Oh my gosh. Whew. And I feel that all in here, you guys. All in here. Thank you so much for liking the live, CA. Pastor Tamar. Whew. Okay. Whew. All right, give me a minute because I got up kind of quickly. All right. All right, let me readjust these thigh trimmers. I think they're falling down so quickly because these pants, these leggings are so, they're holding everything in, honey. There ain't nothing really to hold on to. All right, we did 25 of those. Now let's get to lifting. Okay. Remember, Dr. Stacy Sims said perimenopausal women should be lifting weights and not just easy weights or not just light weights, heavy weights. So let's get it. Yes, I'm sweating. Yes. Yes. Yes, I am, Pastor Tamara. Yeah, they won't. The thigh ones won't stay up. I don't have no problem out of the arm ones and the waist ones, but that's probably why Sweet Sweat stopped promoting these or having these on TikTok Shop Product Marketplace. You can't find the thigh trimmers anymore on the Product Marketplace. When I got all the 3 of these trimmers, it was like February or March of last year. They sent these to me. I didn't pay for these. They sent them to me for me to promote. But now I see why you can't find these anymore, because people were probably complaining that these thigh ones don't stay up. Now, I have seen some generic ones that connect all the way up to your stomach. So there it's like putting on underwear, and they have the thigh piece, and then you just connect all the way up here. So I was thinking about getting those, but I'm just going to use what I got instead of buying more. All right, so let's get some lifting done. First thing I'm going to do is holding this up and doing some high knees. Got to make sure it's tightened up so nothing drops. All right, so I'm going to hold this up over my head and do 25 high knees. Okay, it might not look like I'm doing a whole lot, but again, it is that same, it's working that same area that I just worked by being on my back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And okay, this does not want to stay on, so I'm just going to take them off because they don't want to stay up. And I don't want to fight with these all night long. All right. We did that set. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's do another 25 with the above the head raise. This is 20 pounds, by the way. 20 pounds feels like 50 pounds when you got to hold it over your head. Imagine having a 20-pound baby that you got to hold up over your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Woo! I like doing 2 sets of those. That way each leg gets 25 lifts. Okay? I got to remember to breathe. Whew. Okay. All right. Now, whew, I feel that all in here, all in my core. That's the part that we have to make sure that we work out, us C-section ladies, but also us perimenopausal ladies, so that we don't get that, they call it menopause belly. Okay. What was the other exercise? I was holding it up. I know I got to do those, but those are so heavy. I'll do those last. What else did I do? Oh, the leans. Okay. So we're going to do the leans, y'all. So this is working the obliques. The guy said, so you hold the bar the dumbbell in one hand, and you lean the opposite direction. We're going to do 25 of those on each side. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Ooh. And believe it or not, I'm actually working both sides of my body. I'm working my arms here because I got this weight in this arm, and I'm really kind of lifting. And then I'm working my obliques on this side. Okay? So let me show you the full exercise. Turn it around. Okay? So now I'm going to work my right arm and my left side obliques. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Woo! We did that. Now, because I want to give each side of my obliques a really good workout, because that is a part of the snatchiness. I want to be snatched. So working your obliques, and believe it or not, that might not look like you're doing a whole lot, but trying to bend as deeply as you can, especially if you got like a fat roll around your waist, when you do that lean, that is really targeting those muscles right there. And so because I want to do 50 on each side, I'm going to do that again, just with the other side. Now, what hand did I do just now? I was leaning. Which way I was doing that way, right? Yeah, I think I was going this way. So I had it in this hand. So I'm going to put it back in my left hand. And then I'm going to lean to the right. So this will be my last set of 25 on my right side oblique. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Then we're going to switch arms. Let me just retighten these up so that none of these fall on my foot. Last set of 25. Right arm workout, left side oblique stretch out. 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. 7. Thank you, Alana, for the roses. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Woo! And I feel that. I feel that in my core. All right, you guys. Now we got to do the hard part. Thank you, Michelle, for joining. Thank you, Alana, for the roses and for joining us. We are over 20,000. Not 20,000, 12,000 likes, you guys. Thank you, CA. Thank you, Pastor Tamara. Thank you, Alana. All right. Now, I am going to take off 5 of these pounds because I was really struggling, you guys. I'm taking off 5 pounds from each side. So now, instead of that being a total of 20 pounds, this is a total of 10 pounds, you guys. Okay? So this is 10 pounds. All right, so we're going to do these arm presses. All right, we're starting in the right arm. We're just going to go, I think I was doing 8. 1, but I might be able to do 25. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, woo! 16, 17, 18, 19, woo! 20. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, 20 it is. Hold on a minute. I'm getting a call, y'all. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah, we leaving now. They say about the vertigo thing. They gave a prescription for the meclizine.
All right, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. I guess I'm doing 20. Struggling to do. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I had a phone call, an important phone call. Okay. Let's see if we can do 20 on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is feeling really loose. Hold on. Okay. That's 10. I got 10 more on that side. Ooh, thank you. Thank you so much, CA. You're a doll, baby. Over 13,000 likes. Thank y'all so much. Please continue to share the live out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh! Oh my God. I can't wait to see what I look like next year. Okay. Because the 20 pounds was kicking my butt. This 10 pounds was kicking my butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 1, 2. Woo! My arms are burning. 3, 4, 5. Woo! Okay. I think that's all I got in me today, y'all. All right, I'm going to put this away and I'm going to get my walking pad. And then we're going to do 30 minutes of walking. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Gotta be careful. All of these parts are heavy. And I do not want to drop anything on my foot and break a toe. That would not be fun. There's so many bones in your foot. So that's why it's so super important to be cautious of heavy weights. Okay, this doesn't want to. There we go. All right, I'm going to put this away and I'm going to bring out my walking pad and we're going to get 30 minutes of walking in. Believe it or not, you guys, we are on time. Okay? It's just a little after 10. This live is scheduled for 9 p.m. to 10:30. So we got 30 minutes of walking done, provided I don't stop for an extended amount of time. Okay. I like to put my stuff up when I'm done with it. That way I don't have too much to do when I'm done with this live. That's just part of my undiagnosed ADHD protocol. Put it away right away, else it becomes a problem. So I'm going to grab my walking pad now while I'm in here and putting away the yoga mat and the resistance band. Okay. So I got the walking pad, bringing that out. Okay, let me get the remote and the power cord, and then we're going to be get done here shortly. We might be about 15 minutes behind, so I'll be done around 10:45. So y'all, thank y'all for sticking in with me. I was really trying to get my story in at the top of this live, which caused us to be a little off schedule, but that's okay. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about my journey right now. Let me get a sip of water. All right. So, as I have told you guys, I'm a TikTok Shop affiliate. So I get a small commission whenever you guys purchase anything from my live stream. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to promote anything on this particular live. However, everything that I have on, you can actually find on the TikTok Shop. These leggings, this corresponding bralette, the waist trimmer, and the arm trimmer, as well as the workout enhancer gel. Sweet Sweat makes the workout enhancer gel, the waist trimmer, and the arm trimmers. They also make the thigh trimmers, but you can't get them on the TikTok Shop. You'll probably be able to get them on the Sweet Sweat website. I don't know if it's just sweetsweat.com or sportsresearch.com. So, all right. We were at 1.5 last night. So let's see if we can continue with that. All right. So I have crowned myself an endometriosis advocate because I suffer from it. And my goal is to educate people out there in the world about endometriosis. It is becoming pretty prolific conversation and discussion here lately on TikTok. And I so appreciate that because it has helped me get a diagnosis. When I set out to talk to my doctors about my symptoms, I didn't know that on top of being diagnosed with endometriosis, that I would be diagnosed with adenomyosis and PCOS. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, now relabeled to polymetabolic ovarian syndrome. I'm also in perimenopause, which I'm not afraid to say. I mean, a lot of conversations about what I'm talking about, endometriosis talk, adenomyosis talk, PCOS talk, and perimenopause talk is one of those taboo conversations amongst the general public. Women sometimes will get together and talk about these things, but amongst the general public, it's kind of taboo to talk about. So, um, but I have fitness goals, and one of my goals is to improve my core strength and stabilize my pelvic floor. I would love it if you guys would drop in the chat. What are your fitness goals? Is your fitness goal to build muscle? Is your fitness goal to lose weight? Is your fitness goal to stabilize your core, stabilize your pelvic floor? Is your fitness goal to tone? To me, mine is probably some of all of those things. So drop in the comments for me, you guys. What are your fitness goals? Okay. And as a reminder, for next month, remember my daughter and I are going to be doing something a little bit different. I am still going to be getting my 30 minutes of walking in from August 1st to August 30th. However, uh, though every week in August, not only will I be going live, hold on, y'all. My phone is sending me a message. Not only will I be live um, August 1st through August 30th, but every week in August, my daughter and I will have a line dance that we are going to teach you guys. And we're hoping that we'll be able to inspire the dance trend on TikTok. Dancing is actually a pretty good workout. That's why there's so many workout and so many dance workout videos, is because it's one of those things. If you like to dance, then you know when you're at a party or some event where dancing happens, a lot of times you'll be gonna sweat your makeup off, sweat your hair out, you know, mess up your clothes if you got good silk clothes on, which, I don't mind sweating. Like Beyonce say, a little bit of sweat ain't never hurt nobody. So the first week we're in August, we're going to do a song, and I still haven't gotten any suggestions from you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions, like whatever your favorite song is that doesn't have already a line dance to it, if you guys want to let us know, then we will coordinate, choreograph a line dance for it and post it. And then you guys can learn it and do it with us at the top of my videos. So it'll be 4 weeks in August that we'll do that. I'll still get my 30 minutes of walking in. I don't know what we'll do for September, but whatever we do, it will still incorporate my 30 minutes of walking. My goal is to encourage and motivate and inspire people to move their bodies. I told you guys that I have a 3-pronged approach to my body transformation that's going to happen over the next year or so. The 3-pronged approach is diet, and I don't mean keto or Atkins. I'm watching my macros instead: protein, fiber, good fats, carbs, watching those, and then drinking lots of water. So that's the first prong. The second prong is supplementation. I am iron deficient and vitamin D deficient, so I do take supplements. I take a buttload of supplements, in fact, including moringa, fenugreek, berberine, vitamin D3 plus K2, and iron supplement. And I take a probiotic as well. But if you want to see any of the supplements that I take, you can click on my profile and go to my showcase, and there will be tons of vitamins and supplements in there. I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Please speak to and discuss with your doctor before starting any supplementation, before starting any meal plan, And the third prong of my body transformation over the next year or so is moving my body more. It's exercising. So it is what I'm doing right now. And again, I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Please speak to your doctor before starting any exercise program. This is just what I'm doing and what I know works for my body and what I have going on. So you don't have to take my word for it. Please consult your medical professionals. I am not a medical professional, and I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just talking about my story. For me specifically, about 12 years ago, I was able to drop about 50 pounds from just walking. I did not have a vehicle. We only shared one vehicle in my household, me, my husband, and my daughter, and my husband worked out of town. So I had to take 2 buses and a train to get to my job by 7:30 a.m. So I was on the bus at 6 a.m. and I had to do that twice a day. And in between the bus rides and train ride, I had to walk to the bus stop, walk to the train stop, up and down stairs. And I did that twice a day for a period of 6 to 9 months. And before I knew it, I had dropped 50 pounds. That's my story. I'm not telling you that if you do that, your results will be the same. Results may vary. I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm just telling you what happened to me. So I know that walking works. Statistics show that people who walk at least 30 minutes every single day improve their cardiovascular health and mental health. There are places in the world called blue zones. I talk about this every night because I want to spread the word in case there is somebody new watching my video, watching my live stream, watching my page that don't know about the blue zones. If you don't know about the blue zones, watch a documentary on Netflix called Live to 100. It is where a scientist goes around the world and does a lot of research on people who live to 100 plus. Those people are called centenarians. And we're not talking about one or two people. We're talking about neighborhoods of people, cities of people that live to 100 plus. There are 5 blue zones across the world. Okinawa, Japan. Ikaria, Greece. It might be called Ikaria, so I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but Ikaria, Greece. Sardinia, Italy. Nicola Peninsula, Costa Rica. And there's only one location in the United States of America, and that is Loma Linda, California. Different climates, right? Some of these places are islands, some of them are peninsulas, some of them are in the mountains, uh, different terrain, right? Different cuisine. So we're talking about Japanese cuisine, Italian cuisine, American cuisine, right? Costa Rican cuisine, and different cultures. Now, you guys know that Asian people and Italian people eat a lot of pasta. So it's not about cutting carbs out of your diet. In fact, you need carbs for energy. So that's why a lot of times when people use those no carb or low carb uh, diet plans, they tend to gain that weight back once they introduce carbs again to their diet. And you need carbs for energy, especially if you are an athlete, especially if you are a pretty active person. So, different climate, different cultures, different cuisine. 3 C's. But you know what all 5 of those blue zones have in common? Those people do exactly what I'm doing right now. Dubs in the chat for walking. They walk. They do a lot of walking. Walking to the grocery store, walking to the restaurants, walking to church, walking to their friends and family's houses, walking to their neighbors' houses, walking for the sake of walking. So, if at minimum you should be doing 30 minutes of walking, these people have to have done more than that. So at minimum, get you at least 30 minutes of walking in. It doesn't matter how you get it done. Now I'm in the South, specifically in the Carolinas. And if you have ever heard of the Carolina Reaper, which is probably the hottest pepper you could ever eat, which I would never eat that, but it is a thing. It is reminiscent to the kind of weather that we have down here in the Carolinas. Today, I did not even go outside until probably 6 o'clock to take my daughter to conditioning because it was so humid. It's humid right now in this city and the sun is down. It's 10 o'clock, almost 11 o'clock at night, and it's still humid. So, on top of high temperatures that we get here in the South, and I'm talking about upwards of 90, close to 100, the weather guys said that these temperatures make it feel like 100. And this is just July. We haven't even hit the hottest month of the year yet. August is generally the hottest month of the year for us. So, getting you a walking pad and walking in your air conditioned apartment might be the best thing if you live in a place like I do where it's so hot to be walking in the middle of the day. Make sure you're drinking your water if you are out in the community. But you don't have to have a walking pad. You can absolutely get you a gym membership and go to the treadmill. Or if your apartment complex like mine has access to gym, go there or just walk in your community. But just take care because that sun is the hawk, okay? And it will be breathing down your neck. I actually feel pretty good, you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you're new here, my name is LaShonda, and I go live every day and walk on my walking pad. And occasionally, like today, you might catch me lifting weights. Why do I lift weights? Because Dr. Stacy Sims says so. She said perimenopausal women would actually benefit more from heavy lifting than cardio exercise. So I get my 30 minutes of walking done, which is the minimum that you should get every day, and I do my lifting. Okay? So I'm going to follow the science. I'm going to follow the experts who say this. So if you are someone who gets in the gym and you do an hour, 2 hours, or whatever of walking and you still haven't seen movement, then you probably should be lifting. My goal is to build muscle. What is your goal? What are your goals for your body? I want to live like those people in the blue zones. I want to live to 100. I want to know that I'm 100. I want to know that my friends and family members, who they are. I want to know their faces. I want to know their names. I want to know who's president. In order for me to do that, I have to continue this. I started this journey on May 28th, and I challenged myself to walk 30 minutes every day from May 28th to June 26th. I completed that. And then I started a new challenge on July 1st that will end on July 30th. Today is day 16th of my Jubilant July workout challenge. So we are in the second half of the month, right? So we got 15 more days. We're 15 minutes into this walk, so we got 15 minutes left, less than 15 minutes left, in fact. So we're halfway through this workout at the halfway point of this month, which is the halfway point of the year. But don't you be halfway. Commit fully to working out at least 30 minutes every single day. Get you a walking pad, a portable treadmill, walk in your community, walk your dog for 30 minutes, walk your toddler or push your toddler in the stroller for 30 minutes. I used to love to do that after I had my baby. She loved to be outside. As long as she could see what's going on, she could be front facing in her stroller. I could do whatever. I could go walk from here to the moon. As long as that sun wasn't shining in her face, she would let me do whatever. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you so much. CA, love it. You got me over 21,000 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will be here July 1st through July 30th, 2026 for my Jubilant July challenge, where I'll be walking for 30 minutes every single one of those days. And occasionally you might see me lifting because I want to get rid of these auntie arms, this apron belly, and these thunder thighs. Okay? I am going to post a video, a clip from tonight's video, because unfortunately I was not able to promote this outfit that I have on that I did get from the TikTok shop. The waist trimmer from Sweet Sweat, I did get this from the TikTok shop. And these arm trimmers are also on the TikTok shop. So make sure that you are following me. So if you are not, hit that plus sign in the top left corner of your screen to follow me, as I will be posting clips from all of my videos for my Jubilant July challenge. And I do this, you guys, as documentation for myself. I don't want to let myself down. I want to show up for myself, even if it's just showing up for at least the minimum amount of work to do, which is 30 minutes of working out, 30 minutes of walking. Yesterday, I was really not feeling it. I did not get my nap in. I was a little grumpy. So I turned the cameras on and I walked for 30 minutes and I was done. Didn't really even say too much to the camera. So you guys will have to excuse me on that. But I listen to my body because I still want to show up for myself. I want to get the minimum amount in. And sometimes that's what it takes, you guys. Sometimes you have to push through just to get the minimum amount. That way you still can say you showed up for yourself. I know that in 6 months to a year's time, if I continue to be consistent and disciplined, then I can definitely, I'm sure I will be seeing changes in my body. And you guys will be here to witness that. You will have a front row seat to all of this. Anything that I'm learning, I don't have a problem with sharing. A lot of the information that I have is from, years of listening to podcasts, watching expert advice on TikTok or YouTube. And I'm so very grateful for the audience and for the community that we're building here. People like CA that come on my live every single night and hit that like button, for Alana and Pastor Tamara, and even my family members that show up. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I know it's pretty late, but this working out at this time in the night really does something for me. It helps me to sleep better, you guys. When I was doing the initial challenge in from May 28th to June 26th, I tried to do it in the mornings and the afternoons. And on top of the fact that I was working, or that I am working, and it just didn't really necessarily work out for me to go live and do the 30 minutes of walking in the middle of the day or in the mornings unless I get up super early. I don't really want to do that. So I decided to start just doing it at night. And that was probably one of the best things that I could have ever done, because probably the first 2 or 3 nights of going live and walking for 30 minutes at 8:30, 9 o'clock, I discovered that I slept really well on those nights. And I sort of liken it to when you have a toddler and you got to take them to the park at like 4 or 5 o'clock to work out all that energy. We're 21 minutes into this, so we got less than 9 minutes left, y'all. When you let your toddler run out all that energy at the park at 4 or 5 o'clock, you bring them home, feed them, give them a bath, and put them in the bed by 8, they sleep the rest of the night. So I think that's what happens with me. And prayerfully, I haven't had too many issues with cramps. I did take my potassium and magnesium supplement this morning. Generally, if I don't take every single thing that I have listed in the beginning of this walking session, I will usually take my potassium and magnesium. There was a doctor, and I wish I could find his video. I probably have it saved on TikTok. He talked about uh, the benefits of taking magnesium. And he said if you pair your magnesium with potassium, at the wonderful benefits that that could do. And I went back and looked in my chart, and in my chart it said my potassium was low a few times. So me taking potassium supplement is really good for me. And my doctor told me that I was iron deficient, so I have iron deficiency anemia. So I take that. I take an iron supplement as well. So, and most black people, most people of color, I should say, so most melanated folks, that's the Asians, that's Latino population, and black people, we are generally deficient in vitamin D because the melanin in our skin will repel that coming from the sun. It blocks it. So a lot of times we would be vitamin D deficient. So I take a vitamin D3 plus K2 supplement. And I really have to stay on my iron supplement because there's a guy on the TikTok app, I think his name is Justin Kelly. He says that continual iron deficiency is a precursor to organ failure. So I don't want to be one of those people that have to go to dialysis or have to have a kidney transplant or, you know, any kind of other transplant. So I'm doing what I can. And I wish I would have known more when I was a little bit younger, maybe in my early 20s, about how, important it was for supplementation. Now you do have to be careful with some things because taking, a lot of supplements, it can be impactful to your liver. So again, I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Speak to your healthcare providers before starting any weight loss program, any exercise program, any diet or supplementation. 24 minutes. We got less than 6 minutes left, y'all. Thank y'all so much to my community, to CA, to Alana, to Pastor Tamara, to all of you guys for coming in, for sending gifts, for sending the heart meets, for sharing the live out, for getting me over 24,000 likes on this. Thank y'all so much. I'm greatly appreciative. First of all, I feel the heaviness in my arms. I feel like, I don't know, what is this, the hip dips right here. I feel it in my abdominal area. I really try my best when I'm walking up my stairs because I live on the 3rd floor, so there's 2 flights of stairs that I have to get on in order to get up here. I really try my best when I'm coming up the stairs not to utilize my back. Like I don't lean forward. I try to actually lean back and use my knees and my thighs, my quads, to push myself up the stairs. Because I noticed myself leaning forward, and I noticed when I would lean forward, my lower back would hurt. So even on this walking pad, right, I'm trying to be mindful of this little switch that I have, right? To make sure that I'm not leaning forward. I'm actually leaning a little bit back, but just really trying to keep my spine and my tailbone aligned. So my husband might walk through the door here shortly. Less than 4 minutes left, y'all. Let's clap it up in the comments. We had another successful night. Day 16 of my Jubilant July challenge. I wish my Facebook audience could have been here to join me, but I'm going to have to figure out my StreamYard and get me another laptop for sure. All of that is coming. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, Jessica. Welcome in, Jacob, Malcolm. Welcome in. It's me, it's LaShonda. If you're new here, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I go live every single day around 9 p.m. and walk on my walking pad for 30 minutes. If you joined me earlier, you would have also seen me lifting weights. And that is because I am perimenopausal and I'm trying to strengthen my core and stabilize my pelvic floor, as well as build muscle so that I don't break a bone from sneezing or going up and down stairs. You got to put that load on your bones to strengthen your bones. So we got to build muscle, guys. And that is also a part of eating the right foods, drinking a lot of water, getting all of your electrolytes when you're doing a lot of sweating. Believe it or not, I'm doing a lot of sweating right now, although it might not look like it. Whew. This waist trimmer from Sweet Sweat, these arm trimmers from Sweet Sweat. I had the thigh trimmers on earlier, but they actually kept slipping off, probably because these leggings that I have on, less than 2 minutes, y'all. These leggings that I have on have compression features in them, so it compresses the abdomen and the thighs. So I tried to put them on tight, but after the friction of my thighs rubbing together, and they loosen up. All right, you guys, 1 minute left. Let's clap it up in the comments. Let's try to get us to 26,000 likes. We over 25,000 likes. Thank you so much, CA. You're a doll, baby. I appreciate it. As I said, if you are not following me, hit that plus sign in the top left corner of your screen. Make sure you share the live out. Double tap the middle of your screen because it's free. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to my fan club on TikTok. So make sure you do that. I am on my way to 10,000 followers on TikTok. I'm about 130 away. So if you are not following, please follow now. I post videos about life, lifestyle, my kid who plays flag football, and a lot of health videos, promoting supplements and vitamins that I myself take. And we are at 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Now, I will be live again tomorrow, 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. But in case you were wondering how successful I was with this waist trimmer, look at all of that sweat, y'all. You see those streaks? The lights may not do it justice, but look at all of that sweat that came off your girl. Okay? I'm gonna let it sit out here and dry. They do come with a wash bag, so I can put them in the wash bag and wash them, but I don't wash them after every workout. I'll probably do it once a week. Look at all that sweat, y'all. So these absolutely do work. That's my husband coming in. So if you want to grab the arm trimmers and the waist trimmers, you will find them in my showcase. So, and to get to my showcase, you can just click on my profile picture, go to my profile, and click on the showcase. All of the products that I talked to you guys about, that I either live stream or I post a shoppable video, including this Sweet Sweat workout enhancer gel, you can find in my showcase. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Thank y'all so much to CA. Thank you so much. Alana Wright. Thank you so much. Pastor Tamara. Thank y'all so much. I will be live tomorrow. Tune in then. We're going to log off of YouTube. Good night, YouTube.